Okay, I'm here with Coach Capitani at Northwood-Kensett football practice. How have the first few weeks of practice been going, Coach?
I've been going pretty well. Been pretty nice weather for the most part, and just trying to, make as much progress as we can before the first game this week.
Mm-hmm. So, what year are you starting now? For I know you got your 200th win last year. So, I mean, what year are you starting for?
As a head coach here, it's my 33rd year.
Wow.
So I was 6 years assistant before that year. So
you still just as excited now as you were back then to get things started?
Well, it's a different kind of excitement.
Yeah.
I guess, once I get out here, it seems to be all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, you're not, maybe looking forward to it quite as much till it gets here. But
right.
Once it's here, it's, I love being out here and love working with the kids and coaching football and working with the coaches.
For sure. So kind of diving into this year's team, what are some of the positive things you've seen so far in the first few weeks of practice?
I just like the way our kids are working, and we've got a lot of kids to replace from last year. It seems like it's the case here most years, and trying to make as much progress as we can and get prepared.
Mm-hmm. How would you kind of describe last year for you guys? I know there was kind of up and down season, but you had a lot of seniors last season. Is there things that you can take from that season to kind of move on to this season?
Well, I think last season, obviously, COVID was, hurt a lot of teams. I know it hurt us. I don't think our kids were very active last year during the COVID, and
right.
We just weren't in very good shape when the season started, and it took a little more time. And we got a lot better last year, especially on the offensive side of the ball. We were really good offensively. We struggled a little defensively.
Mm-hmm.
This year, if we want to be more competitive and do more, we've got to get a lot better on defense.
For sure. So yeah, I mean, we talked already a little bit about how you senior-led team last year, but who are some of those guys that you're going to have who do you think will have a big season to kind of step up to replace some of those playmakers that you lost from last season?
Drew Wilder is probably going to be our quarterback.
Okay.
And, he started on defense for us last year, and he does a nice job. Tyler Mills, who was an all-district defensive player last year, didn't play a lot of offense other than more in a backup role. But probably be our fullback, and Josiah Clement, who started defensively last year for us too, will probably be our halfback. We like to run the football, and those guys obviously are going to be a big part of that. I think we have some kids behind them that can fill in and do a good job too.
Mm-hmm. So I know you're obviously a very successful coach here. Why do you think you said that you lose seniors kind of every year, but you guys still continue to be pretty successful every season. Why do you think that is, especially during your tenure here?
Yeah, I think we were, we've always been a running football team. We'll try to throw the ball some, obviously, but we just can't. Smaller schools guarantee we're going to have some kid that can, throw the ball all over the place, and
right.
So we've kind of, developed a system that works well for us, and the kids seem to understand it. We're just going with that. And defensively, we believe in playing good defense, and the last few years we've been a very good defensive football team, and last year we struggled there. And, some of that was just poor coaching, and like I said, I don't think our kids were quite ready when the season started, and we just never got to where we wanted to.
Right. Is defensively kind of the point of focus this year? Hopefully, is that kind of a key to maybe even more success this season? Is if you guys can get better defensively.
Obviously, if we want to contend for a district title or get to the playoffs, those kinds of things, which we hope to do every year. And like I said, I think in 8-man, some teams don't play a lot of defense.
Right.
They're more offensive minded, and it's maybe a more offensive minded game. But we've always believed that, especially not being able to throw the ball as well as some teams, we got to be able to get some stops during the game. We can't necessarily guarantee that we're going to score every time we get the ball like some teams do.
For sure. Last question for you, Coach. What are some of the goals? What are some of the hopes that you have for this team this season?
Well, I guess we're always about getting better. We want to make sure we're at our best at the end of the season, and hopefully we've had a good enough season where we can get into the playoffs and maybe contend for a district title. But that's always what we want to do, and that's our aim or our goal this year.
For sure. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Coach?
I don't think so.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate
Thank you.
it.